Welcome back to AM Northwest. Well, he's the star of the popular show, Say Yes to the Dress, a fashion director and now an author of a much anticipated first book. We're happy to welcome this morning the author of It's All About the Dress, Randy Fenoli. Good morning, Randy.
Hello, beautiful Helen and Dave. How's everything in Oregon?
Wonderful.
You clearly can't see us.
I think I'm beautiful today. Helen never feels
Dave,
beautiful.
You are beautiful. Everyone is beautiful.
So why did you decide to write a book about wedding dresses?
Well, let me tell you, it's not just about wedding dresses. First of all, I've been in the industry, in the bridal industry, since 1993, and I've been sewing since 9 years old. But it's not just about wedding dresses. It's about getting women through the process of finding the perfect wedding dress. And the reason I decided to write the book was because I work with and see almost 15,000 brides a year. And every single bride that I meet with shares one common emotion, and that's the emotion of anxiety.
Oh,
and
sure.
I wanted to write they do. They're all anxious, and I wanted to write a book that would take away this anxiety and do some good. So, to do that, I didn't use models, because anybody can look beautiful in a wedding dress if you're a model. I used real women in their real wedding dresses in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, from size 2 to size 20, because I truly believe that every woman is beautiful, and especially on her wedding day.
You mentioned that women, when they start to look for a dress and plan that, they have to understand their story. What do you mean by that?
Well, I think that at a wedding, what a couple is really doing is they're telling the guest who they are. And that's really their story. So I think that it used to be where everything was kind of laid out in a very formulated plan. The girl wore the same dress, there was the same, ceremony, everybody did the same thing. Now everything is unique and different to the couple. The dress is different. It used to be where you had a choice of chicken, beef, or fish. Now it's the couple saying, well, we're serving you sushi because that's who we are. So it really is about the couple and, their personality and their story. And I think it all begins with the dress. And what does the dress say about you? Does it say you're fun? Does it say you're traditional? Does it say you're glamorous or sexy? What is it saying to your guest?
I know you have some examples there, some dresses to show us. So why don't you go ahead and give us
Yes, we do.
Yeah, tell us about those.
Okay, I've got some beautiful girls here with me today. These are some of the girls that are in my book, and as you can see, all ages, all sizes, all shapes. We have here Elisa, which is my petite bride who got married outdoor in a lightweight dress. Just beautiful. She knew the dress as soon as she stepped in it. Amy, my second bride, who tried on 500 wedding dresses and finally, yes, in 5 different states, and tried on this dress, stepped into it, and knew immediately that it was her dress. And then we have Shannon Ford, who is my cover model. We didn't know she was going to be Mrs. United States when she posed, when we got her for the cover. She actually won a contest that was giving her a dress, but she decided to forego that to go with a different designer and get the dress that made her feel sexy, which was her story. We have Rhonda, who's a pediatrician, who thought she was going to get a dress that was very understated and simple, and she stepped into this ruffly dress and she said, this is me. It's fun, and I want my wedding to be fun. Then we have Susan, who has been with Bruce for 20 years, and she wanted something a little more traditional, a little more understated, and this is her dress. So that's where I say it's about the couple, it's about the story, it's about who they are. And the dress really represents that.
How much input should the husband-to-be have in the dress?
Really nothing.
Well, it really depends. Now, you know what? Sometimes the girl moves, out of the house when she's 18, and maybe the couple have been living together for 10 years. So who really knows this woman better than the fiance? The mother she may know this 18-year-old girl, but she may not know this 28-year-old woman. So, if you don't believe in superstitions, a lot of times the fiancés are now coming in to the bridal appointment with the bride. And I think that if they're going to be a couple and share life, and that's the way they want to do it, then why not?
But sometimes, when I watch your show, sometimes there are way too many people with way too many differing opinions, and then the bride kind of gets lost in all the hubbub of it all.
Well, and I talk about that in my book. I'm so glad you brought that out, Helen, because I think that, you know, brides want to please everyone, and what they need to realize is this is their wedding. And here we have a girl becoming a woman, and if she's going to become a woman and get married and have children or whatever, start a new life, she needs to start now, before the appointment, and she needs to talk to her entourage and set it up and say, look, first of all, this is how much I'm willing to spend, this is how I want to look, and please, guys, remember, we're shopping for a wedding dress for me. That's in my taste level, not yours. So I think it's really her responsibility to set that up before entering the salon.
When I got married, it was true, and I assume it's still true today, and that is for the groom and the groomsmen, they're really decorated to match the bride and the bridesmaids, and it's not really the man's choice what he wears. That's still true?
It's not as true so much, Dave. When did you get married?
It's been 20 years.
Okay, things are changing so rapidly you cannot believe. Grooms are so involved today. They're choosing the music, the cake, they're choosing the venue. They're wearing, like, you know, patterned socks and all kinds of crazy things. The grooms really want to be involved in the wedding because it's their wedding too. And let me tell you something, it's not just about the bride anymore, it's about the couple. And it's not just the bride's wedding, it's the couple's wedding. It's kind of what I like to call their brand. So they're stepping out to everybody as a brand. He needs to be involved. He's going to be standing right beside her in every single photograph. So he needs to be looking just as hot and sexy as she does.
With one last question, what is the biggest tip for the bride on that day?
You know what, on the big day?
Yes.
Okay, on your wedding day, ladies, let me tell you something. Something is definitely gonna go wrong. But doing a wedding is like riding a roller coaster. You're strapped in and it has left the station. And you have one or two choices. You can throw your hands up in the air and enjoy the ride, or you can throw your head over the side and puke. So I say throw your hands up in the air and enjoy the ride.
Randy, you're fantastic. And the book, by the way, is absolutely beautiful. The photographs are stunning and the brides are all stunning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, it's all about the dress, Randy Fenoli. And really, it is a beautiful book.
Is it? Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
I saw you were looking at it last night. Yeah,
it's gorgeous.